Lamar Odom spent a week in a Nevada brothel and nearly lost his life. Wilt Chamberlain once joked that he spent a week surrounded by women, then walked onto the court and dropped 50 points and 20 rebounds. Whether every story is true or not, one thing is undeniable. Wilt Chamberlain was a once-in-a-generation physical phenomenon. He even claimed that basketball was actually his worst sport. If he had stayed in track and field, he believed he could have broken the world record in the high jump. So just how gifted was Wilt Chamberlain? Born in Philadelphia in 1936, Wilt grew up in a working-class family as the ninth of 9 children. From an early age, he was simply built differently. By the time he was 10 years old, he already stood around 6 foot tall. Everyone thought basketball would be the perfect sport for him. The problem was, Wilt didn't care about basketball. In fact, he thought it was boring. His true passion was track and field. He could run the 100 meters in around 10.9 seconds. He finished the 400 meters in under 49 seconds. He cleared nearly 6 feet 8 inches in the high jump, and his strength was just as unbelievable. According to countless stories, Wilt could bench press nearly 500 pounds. Arnold Schwarzenegger once even said that Chamberlain was strong enough to lift him with one arm. It seemed like he could dominate any sport he wanted. Then, everything changed. At 17 years old, Wilt shot up to 7 feet tall. Suddenly, competing in sprinting and the high jump became far more difficult. No matter how talented he was, even a body built like his couldn't escape the laws of physics. That's when he finally decided to give basketball a real chance. The results were immediate. His elite speed turned into unstoppable fast breaks. His incredible leaping ability became unmatched rebounding. His size made him nearly impossible to stop around the rim. That was the beginning of one of the greatest basketball careers the world has ever seen. By the time he reached high school, Chamberlain was already a national sensation. More than 100 colleges wanted him. In the end, he chose the University of Kansas. But NCAA rules at the time didn't allow freshmen to play varsity basketball. Most players would have waited their turn. Wilt wasn't most players. Before the season even started, he led the freshman team into an exhibition game against Kansas varsity squad. What happened shocked everyone. Wilt completely destroyed the starting lineup. He scored more than 40 points, grabbed over 30 rebounds, and dominated the paint from start to finish. Before he had even played an official college game, he had already proven he was the best player on campus. Before LeBron was called the king, there was only one basketball emperor, Wilt Chamberlain, the man behind the legendary 100-point game, the owner of records that still seem impossible today. And if you dropped him into today's NBA, he'd still have a real case for being the league's best center. The Philadelphia Warriors selected Wilt Chamberlain with the 3rd overall pick in the 1959 NBA draft, and from day one, he looked like a player from another planet. As a rookie, Wilt averaged an unbelievable 37.6 points and 27 rebounds per game. He scored 2,707 points for the season, won Rookie of the Year, claimed the scoring and rebounding titles, earned All-Star Game MVP, and made first-team All-NBA. To this day, no rookie has put together a debut season quite like his. But Chamberlain's dominance wasn't just about talent, it was about stamina. His teammates knew that after games in Philadelphia, Wilt would often drive all the way to New York, spend the night partying, then head straight back for the next game without missing a beat. When people suggested he rest more, he refused. Instead, he insisted on playing all 48 minutes whenever possible. Nothing captures his greatness better than the famous 100-point game. On March 2nd, 1962, the Warriors faced the New York Knicks. With New York missing its starting center, Chamberlain dominated from the opening tip. He scored 23 points in the first quarter, 41 by halftime, and had already reached 69 through 3 quarters. The Warriors were comfortably ahead, and Wilt actually wanted to check out of the game. His coach wouldn't let him. Every possession from that point on was designed to get him the ball. With just 46 seconds remaining, Chamberlain scored his 100th point, setting a record that has never been broken. After the game, someone handed him a sheet of paper with the number 100 written on it, creating one of the most iconic images in basketball history. Despite all the incredible numbers, Chamberlain spent years living in Bill Russell's shadow. Russell's Celtics defeated Wilt's teams 7 times in 8 playoff meetings. Everything finally changed during the 1966-67 season. Wilt stopped chasing scoring titles and focused on making his teammates better. That new approach led Philadelphia Philadelphia passed Russell's Celtics in the Eastern Finals, ending Boston's run of 8 straight championships. Chamberlain then captured the first NBA title of his career. Later, after joining the Los Angeles Lakers alongside Jerry West, he won another championship and was named NBA Finals MVP. Wilt retired in 1973, but he wasn't finished competing. Even in his 40s, he became a standout professional volleyball player, winning multiple championships and MVP awards before eventually earning a place in the Volleyball Hall of Fame. Sadly, on October 12, 1999, Wilt Chamberlain passed away in his sleep from heart failure at the age of 63. His career came to an end, but his legacy never will. He was the greatest player in Miami Heat history. So why did he never get the respect he deserved? 3 NBA championships, a Finals MVP, a Hall of Fame career. Yet somehow, his legacy seemed to lose ground instead of rise. He never once became the highest paid player on his own team. So what did Dwayne Wade do wrong? To understand why, we have to go back to 2010. At the time, Wade was eligible for a 6-year, $127 million max contract. But when Miami was building the Big Three, he chose to sacrifice. As a franchise leader, Wade voluntarily took less money so the Heat could sign LeBron James and Chris Bosh. LeBron and Bosh each signed 6-year deals worth $110 million. Wade signed for even less, 6 years, $105 million. The leader of the team ended up making the least money out of all 3 stars. Over the next 4 years, Miami reached 4 straight NBA Finals and won 2 championships. Wade gave everything he had to the organization. But the sacrifices didn't stop there. When LeBron decided to return to Cleveland, Wade once again took a pay cut, but LeBron had already made up his mind. And once again, Wade sacrificed for the Heat. To help the team keep Chris Bosh, he opted out of the final 2 years of a deal worth $42 million. Meanwhile, Bosh received a 5-year max contract worth $118 million. In the end, Miami failed to strengthen the roster. The team got worse, and all of Wade's sacrifices brought little in return. Then came the breaking point. Then came the summer of 2016. Once again, Wade humbled himself and approached the Heat about a new contract. He believed that years of loyalty and sacrifice had earned him at least a respectable offer. Instead, the first proposal from Miami shocked him. Just $10 million per year. Think about that. The heart and soul of the franchise. A player who had sacrificed millions for the organization. And he was being valued less than Hassan Whiteside, who had just signed a 4-year, $98 million deal. Wade wasn't willing to accept it. He went directly to Heat owner Mickey Arison. To Arison's credit, he increased the offer. 2 years, $40 million. But that only raised the annual salary from $10 million to $20 million. The message was clear. The organization no longer viewed Wade the way Wade viewed the organization. That was the moment his heart broke. Time after time, he sacrificed for the team. And instead of gratitude, he felt overlooked. The front office believed he would never leave Miami. That no matter what happened, Wade would always stay. But even the deepest loyalty has its limits. When your sacrifices are ignored and your loyalty becomes a weakness, it starts to feel like you're only appreciated when there's no other option. So after 13 seasons with the Miami Heat, Wade finally walked away. He signed a 2-year, $47 million contract with his hometown team, the Chicago Bulls. According to reports, Wade sacrificed more than $30 million throughout his career in Miami. Even so, his total career earnings were only about $199 million. That sounds like a massive number, but put it into perspective. In that same era, Mike Conley signed a single contract worth 5 years and $153 million. Almost as much as Wade earned during 13 years with the Heat. Think about that. The greatest player in franchise history, and he never once earned the highest salary on his own team. In the NBA, that's almost unheard of. After leaving Miami, Wade spent time with both the Bulls and the Cavaliers. Then, just before the 2018 trade deadline, he finally returned home through a trade. This time, the story ended differently. The reunion helped close one of the most complicated chapters in Heat history. Years later, Pat Riley admitted he regretted the way things unfolded. He publicly said that asking Wade to sacrifice money for the team was one of the biggest mistakes he had ever made. The Heat eventually tried to make things right. In 2020, they retired Wade's number 3 jersey. And in 2024, they unveiled the first statue in franchise history in his honor. Maybe that doesn't erase the pain. Maybe it doesn't change what happened. But for a franchise legend who gave everything he had to the city of Miami, it was at long last the recognition he deserved.